the Mount Kenya people were saying, you know, the reason why we love Ruto so much is because you guys always say that Mount Kenya people are thieves, and now when you say that the president, the deputy president by then is a thief, it's like telling us that he is one of us.
So in other words, they were saying that William Ruto is one of them.
It is not a new thing to President William Ruto to be told that is a thief. Whether or not it is true is one that can be left for another debate. But it is not a new thing for him to be told the same. And him accusing others of being thieves, maybe the United Opposition or Honorable Rigiji, however new it looks, it is not as much new. Reason being, we expect that they will trade words. We do not expect him to say anything good about Rigiji because they are not on the same.
They are not on the same.
This one is singing one term and no go to go. He is threatening your re-election campaign. So at the end of the day, it is going to come out of them. But
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much, guys, for your great support. This is Bonita Media, and my name is Boniface Owino. Now, today we are very lucky to have one of the greatest political analysts in this country. His name is Kevin Chemiat, but I'm going to give him time to introduce himself, tell us who he is and all that. But before we get deeper into this, fellow Kenyans, to the Bonita Media community, the family, and all that, you know, we have a project this month. And our project is to go and visit the orphanage. And according to what I've been telling you, what we've been going through, what we've been talking about, this is the announcement. Can we listen to this? And then we embark on our discussion.
There is this children's home. I visited it, had a conversation with the director, both the director and the assistant director. We really talked. I saw the children. There were two kids who are abandoned by the mother after birth. I think 2 days. So the children are barely 10 days old. And others are also there. There are around 89 right now, and they told me that there are some in school. So wakirudi wote, the number will be around 100 plus. So we really talked, and they told me that if you can help us, if you guys can help us in 1, 2, 3 things, we'll be really glad to, and we'll really appreciate. Of course, we know very well that this is something that one person cannot do. Kukaa na watoto wote, hata useme uko na only one source of help, it's something that it's impossible. So after that, I had a brief, talk. Nilikaa na watoto, the few that nilipata, wengine nilipata kama wanalala. I just talked to the few, I interacted with the few of them, just kids here and there. And I said that I told them that I have a team which I know that will respond, and after they've responded, I'll get back to you with what they give me. So I just have to request you guys. You are 50 shillings, you are 100 shillings, you are 200 shillings, you are 300, 400, 500 shillings, you are 1,000. Any amount of money which you really feel like can help these kids. Please just use the M-Pesa number on your screen so that you can help these kids. Nobody knows, we cannot say that, oh, I can't help a kid, si mtoto wangu. Hawezi kuwa mtoto wako, lakini we all know how maybe these things normally comes later. So just a humble request, please guys, if you can, just use the number on your screen. Just send your 50 bob, your 100 shillings, 200, 300 shillings, whatever you have. We'll make arrangements, and then tutaona what we can do. Kama tutawanunulia vyakula, kama itatosha mpaka manguo, we can do that. It's something that they requested that we do because saa zingine although watoto walali njaa, but sometimes I talk to the director told me that sometimes they really struggle how they can get food for the kids. The kids needs to be happy and all that. Actually, the kids were very happy seeing me. They were saying the director told me that wanapenda sana wakati mtu amekuja kuwaona mtu mwingine mgeni apart from wale wenye wamezoea, because they feel that they are really loved indeed. So please, that is the project that we have this month. I would request you that just please, I'm humbly requesting you that let us do this for the sake of these kids. Wale wenye walikuwa wanasema kwamba pesa yangu siwezi peleka kanisani kwa tithe, ili nipeleke kwa children's home. Now we have a project. Please just come through and we see what we can do.
Now, let me give Mr. Chemiat time to at least introduce himself for the people who are watching him for the first time. He can tell us who he is, what he's doing in this country, how can people reach him, and all that. Mr. Chemiat, karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
Yes, it's been long, eh?
Good to see you again.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Oh, we haven't even done an interview this year.
The last time we met was when Raila Odinga died.
That must be a
5 months
long time ago.
Something like 5 months ago.
And a lot of things have happened.
A lot of things have happened.
For sure. Yeah, it's been quite some time, and thank you for having me on this show again. Yeah, like always, I'll always love to be here.
How have you been?
I've been good. Yeah, trying to, of course, they say we are chasing the bag.
We're chasing the bag.
Make ends meet.
We're trying to make ends meet.
Yes.
So, Mr. Chemiat, for the people who are meeting you for the first time, maybe you can tell us who you are, what you do, and how can people get or reach you, and then now we embark on our discussion.
Thank you. My name is Kevin Chemiat.
Yes.
I also go by Chemiat Arab Chemoet. They are all my names. Chemiat is professionally a teacher, but currently not working actively as one. In as much as I trained as a teacher, actually a high school teacher. I trained to teach geography and Swahili in high school. But it came to a time, because I taught in my years back, I taught up to around 2022. I taught for close to 5 years.
Okay.
And it came to sometimes 2022, I loved politics, and I said, to some extent, I felt I had overlived my usefulness in that career.
Okay.
I said, you see, I have achieved everything. I have achieved like almost everything there was to be achieved in that very career. So I thought to myself, it is important I try and be productive in some other areas of the economy. I try business, and then also politics. I'm a politician.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes, yes.
You're mentioning something to do with politics. Have you ever thought of maybe buying?
Yeah. Actually, I've been a political dreamer. I was a political dreamer in 2022, but before I could even bring my very, very dream to a practical situation, I was approached by several individuals who were vying by the time, and they have been veterans in the field.
Okay.
I was promised things here and there. I did campaigns for people. I was a political strategist for several individuals I know are now in government. They were elected eventually. And I had promises. There are those people who will always tell you, support me so that when I win, you get this. And of course, when things do not go that way, sometimes I'm not the type of person who will be bitter. I'm the type of a person who will always rush to the drawing board and maybe look to regroup and then make another stab or an approach. And that is what exactly I did. So after the elections, I didn't get whatever I had been promised. I was to be nominated. But I said, at the end of the day, it is a competitive world, and it is political gamesmanship. For whatever reason it is, we are in that position. So I moved on with businesses. Until now, there came an opportunity where I had to work with a certain organization. I'm working with several organizations around that are actually actively there to help the world at large. Actually, I'm working with the World Bank.
Okay.
I'm doing a World Bank project on climate change. Basically, I move around the country going to teach farmers, every other person, peasants, and every other person about climate change, its effects, and the what we call the mitigation measures. We know that climate change is a constant thing. Climate changes every 30 to 35 years. But again, there are effects of it that may affect us negatively, that we need to learn how to maybe go about them. We need to learn how to adapt and make sure that we are not got in the wrong. So that is all I do. And besides that, I'm a businessman, I'm a farmer. And I'm a father of 2 proud boys.
Now, talking about fatherhood.
Yes.
We have a project going on as Bonita Media. We are planning to go and visit children's home.
Okay.
and people have started playing part in it. I went and visited the orphanage. We talked with the organization. They told me what they want, what they can maybe they need from people.
Okay.
The children, the children are not ours. They're not our brothers and sisters. But at the end of the day, they have to be helped.
I see.
They cannot just depend on the help that comes from the people that maybe are keeping them there.
Yeah.
So that is why I took an initiative and introduced this project to the community. So I know by the end of this, you're also going to play part, and you're going to give us anything you are going to give us at Rakata.
You got me there. But there's a part of my introduction where I've missed.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know whether I can call myself an altruist or a philanthropist, but I'm the type of a person who is out there doing. I involve myself with the charitable activities. So I can assure you that I'm going to support that one. And besides that, I'm not the type of politicians who will always, whenever they give somebody a shilling, they will shout. Actually, right now, as we speak, today, my firstborn sons, of course, the twins, they are somewhere around the age of 3 or 4. But I can assure you, I have 4 children I'm paying for in high school. I have 2 of them in campuses, actually universities, and I have 1 who is doing something an artisan course, that is all. So I always move around. I'm sorry to say this, I may be a religious man, but I'm the type of a person who believes there's no way I'm going to take money to a priest who is driving a bigger vehicle than mine, and then there is that very, very child in the village who is going on an empty stomach, or who is at home because they do not have school fees. So I'm the very person, I'm the first proponent of huwezi sema unampenda Mungu usipompenda jirani yako unayemuona. So that is all. So you have my word, I'm going to be there, I'm going to support your cause.
To the family you've had. Amesema mwenyewe. Now let us get now to our discussion. And I want to ask you this question with a very sincere heart. For the past 2 weeks or so, let me call it 2 or so weeks, we've had the politician, let me call them, generalize them, politician, let me not be specific. We've had the politicians moving around, everybody wants to take this crown of insult, everybody wants to prove themselves right, that they can insult, they can so mara wengine wanasema wengine wamenona, wengine wamekonda, wengine waende gym, wengine ni wezi, wengine walitana nyumba wakaua. All these things have been happening. And yesterday I heard the president, when he was in Thika, he said that the opposition is moving around the country. Saying that yeye ni mwizi, and then he posed a question that between yeye and opposition, mwizi ni nani? What is your take?
Okay, from where I sit, it's unfortunate that the top leaders who are supposed to be the moral compass of our nation can actually utter some words that I can't even echo here. It's unfortunate, including the president himself. It is very, very unfortunate you can say such words. Every other person is watching this. Kenyans are watching. People of all ages, all walks of life are watching this. And when you have somebody mentioning such words, some of them are even vulgar. It doesn't make sense. This is somebody who is supposed to be the moral compass of the nation. Politicians are the leaders of this country. Remember that politics of every given country runs its economy and its development at large. So you cannot tell me that the people we are looking at as being today's leaders or tomorrow's leaders are the ones who are uttering some nonsensical words. I'm very, very much disappointed. But again, I will not go offensive on the opposition, because at the end of the day, in this country, we do not have the office of official opposition. So nobody will hold Rigiji, for example, I'm calling them by names, or any other member of this united opposition accountable on anything they will utter on a podium. Because I did not give, say, Eugene Wamalwa my vote So I do not expect a lot from him. He is just like me.
That's right.
Whenever Eugene says something outside, there is just like the way you can host me here and have an opinion.
Yeah.
So I'm not holding him accountable, but I'll hold the president accountable because I have entrusted him with everything. The leadership of this nation, he is holding the highest seat in this country. It's so unfortunate that the president can go and sit down or can stand on top of his vehicle and utter words that are disgraceful. Because with him, I can hold him accountable. He is liable. He is the one who is he is leading the nation. So you are showing us the direction. Wakikutusi, find a way. And you know, when you tell me that somebody has impregnated someone or somebody's daughter and then later on killed him, you are the president of this country. We have entrusted you with our security apparatus because you are the commander-in-chief of the armed forces.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So there's no way you will come and report to me that Boni has killed somebody because they impregnated them. No. I gave you the instruments of power.
Yes.
Use that very position to arraign this person. If at all what you're talking about is true. Kama ni ukweli, funga yeye.
Yeah.
Can you arraign him? You cannot, you know, it is even shameful to the office he holds to be uttering such type of words. But at the end of the day, we shall say it is his own take and we are disappointed. But it gives us grounds to even believe, we can even question whether or not he's fit for the office. You know, you choose the type of fights.
Yes.
Those are below belt fights. They do not belong to him. He should up his game. He should show us the type of politics we do. And again, I want to tell you one thing. I am mad at the religious leaders. I'm a very religious person. I'm a Catholic myself. And for far too long, the religious community, we have failed this country because we have been telling politicians off from our churches. We are pushing them away. Some churches that want to show that they are clean, especially us, we try and say no politics, in church. That is wrong. Politics are part of our lives, and since we are part of your congregation and we are politicians, just accommodate us. Show us the clean way of doing politics instead of telling us do not politic in our churches. Show us the right way. Show us the way, because you are a bishop somewhere, you are a priest somewhere. At the end of the day, you are going to have to make a decision or vote someday. You are going to have to show the congregation that this is the direction, because you are a person of influence. So many people are looking upon you for direction. So when you tell us that leaders, sisi unatufukuza kanisani because we are politicians, then you are not helping us. You need to embrace us and then show us how to do clean politics. Tell us that this is what the gamesmanship entails. We need clean people, use clean ways. We want politics of agenda, politics of ideologies, and not politics of body shaming people and politics of insults.
Don't you think that whenever these politicians will be allowed now to come in church, churches will be compromised, because already they're already compromised. But now, don't you think that they will be more compromised because politicians will feel like, you know, now we own everything?
Now, I am a believer.
Okay.
If my church leadership can be compromised, then what confidence should I have in that very leadership? As the church, we guide everything by faith.
Okay.
And faith and prayers, right? Believe in that to the latter. Tukaribishe kanisani, tuoneshe mwelekeo, si kutufukuza tukienda huko nje. The very wananchi we are spreading insults before are the very people who are part of your congregation. So watatusikiza either in your church or outside there. Wacha mchezo nani, tukaribishe, utuonyeshe, control us, tell us this is the way to do things. Do not tell us off.
But there is a body that there is
the NCCK.
Yeah, the NCCK is there to do that.
And that is why I'm saying, because when I talk about the religious leadership or the religious community, I'm talking about NCCK. That is what I believe they are failing us greatly. Because for far too long they have been chasing away politicians. Whenever they want to instill discipline, they send politicians away from these very churches. Do not send them away. Bring them here and then teach them a lesson they'll never forget. Show people that this person is not fit because they have said this ametukaidi. And I know these politicians, because they know that the better percentage of Kenyans are religious people. They'll want to identify with the churches, like the president came with the Bible and the Bible, you understand? So they will do as the leadership is saying. Hold them by the horns and teach them clean politics. Let us know how to politic. Let us know the gamesmanship and what it entails. That how it will be jibes, but it will not be as much offensive or aggressive. Yes.
Now, let's go back a little bit about this issue of body shaming and all that. Mr. President, that is Dr. William Samoei Ruto, worked with Rigathi Gachagua, that is the former deputy president, for over how many years? 2 years? Let's just say 2 years. Now, when they were working for 2 years, these stories of mtu ameua, we never had them. The question is, why now?
Now, let me tell you, and this is where Kenyans need to be very smart. Kenyans need to be watchful, because one, we may think that those people are enemies. In politics, there are no permanent friends, neither do we have permanent enemies. So we may think that those people are enemies because they are trading words whenever they belong to the to opposite divides. But whenever they come together, they seem to sanitize each other. And that is why, to me today, I would ask somebody like Honorable Rigathi about the fact that, okay, since today you are not, let's say this, where did all the good things you said about President Ruto go after you had been impeached? When you fell out, is it that when you fell out is when you discovered that he has all these weaknesses? So to me, as a Kenyan, I know, had they not fallen out, you could still be praising him. And today, the president is attacking that very Rigiji because they are on opposing divides. When they were together, did they not see that? And when you call up another one a thief, for example, no, Ruto has been a victim for this. The president has been a victim for this. I remember sometime when this one is on a lighter note, the Mount Kenya people were saying, you know, the reason why we love Ruto so much is because you guys always say that Mount Kenya people are thieves. And now, when you say that the deputy president by then is a thief, it's like telling us that he is one of us.
So in other words, is one of them.
It is not a new thing to President William Ruto to be told that is a thief. Whether or not it is true is one that can be left for another debate. But it is not a new thing for him to be told the same. And him accusing others of being thieves, maybe the United Opposition or Honorable Rigiji, however new it looks, it is not as much new. Reason being, we expect that they will trade words. We do not expect him to say anything good about Rigiji because they are not on the same. This one is singing one time and no go to go. He is threatening your re-election campaign. So at the end of the day, it is going to come out of them. But my only point is, or my only disappointment is where they trade words that to an extent they get to insults and they trade words that can be vulgar. Words that can radicalize some regions of the country. They trade words that will broaden rifts amongst the people of Kenya. Remember, there's one thing I was about to forget. The president is a symbol of national unity. You are supposed to bring together. This very person you are attacking has got his own following and support, or there is a region from where they come from, and these people are supported there or they are followed. So whenever you trade words so harshly that you go very aggressive, just make sure that you do it with caution, because when you do this, you are widening rifts amongst the people you are supposed to bring together. A president is somebody who should work for cohesion and not work against cohesion. You understand? Because he is a symbol of national unity. A president leads both those who voted for him and those who did not. So you should not be somebody who vulcanizes and threatens the very, very peaceful coexistence. So with him, we can hold him liable. We can hold him answerable because we gave him our votes and he is accountable. But when it comes to Honorable Rigiji, I can't ask him a thing. He is impeached. He is just somebody giving opinions. Like I told you about Eugene. When Rigiji speaks, it's just like I am speaking. It's only that maybe he may be popular.
So in other words,
an opinion.
So in other words, Rigiji cannot be asked any question because he's not holding any office.
Yes, he's not accountable.
So he can say anything.
Yes, but and I want to say this for the last time because I'm repeating it. It is so unfortunate that the president of the Sovereign Republic of Kenya, Honorable Dr. William Samoei Arap Ruto, can take a microphone by the roadside and start claiming that so and so impregnated a young girl and then went ahead to kill them.
They were together by
Yet,
then.
as a Kenyan, I need to have confidence that the person to whom I entrusted, we have donated our powers to our leaders. The sovereign power belongs to the people, and I am the people, you understand? So, we donated our powers to our leaders. We have entrusted him. He is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Kenya, armed and defense forces of Kenya. That means he has the security apparatus. Instead of telling us, can you imagine you have hired somebody to go and get you a thief, then they come crying to you that, do you know that he stole that and he stole that and he stole... No! If you have sufficient evidence, arraign this person.
Do the needful. Do the needful.
You understand? So that one, the political gimmicks and the body shaming and what have you, that one to me doesn't augur.
If you are in the position of Rigathi Gachagua and you've been told such statement, what would you do?
Rigathi is having a moment of his life. He is enjoying his life because, whenever he says these things, sometimes that has because he is a bitter man. He's a bitter soul who lost everything and he has got nothing else to lose. You understand? So, whenever he says something and the president responds, to him is scolding because he wants to divert his attention. He wants to divert. Let me tell you, this is what the opposition does. They will politic and divert your very attention from serving the people or implementing the things you promised to answering them. That face off. You will waste your time answering these people
instead of working,
and then you are not working, and after some time they start now reminding people, you see, he has not done.
He has done nothing.
He is just keeping the government in check. There is not much you can blame him about. And maybe what I can ask him, because he is a father, he's a grandfather maybe, and he is part of those that very top political leadership in this country. He should observe some decorum while maybe attacking the president. That is the only thing I can tell you. He should just observe some decorum, because at the end of the day, kids are watching those very news and everything. So when we trade words and body shame each other, it gets out of hand and it cannot be something good. Otherwise, whatever he is doing by diverting the president's attention from focusing on implementing whatever he promises Wananchi to focusing on responding to him, he is scoring.
He is scoring.
The only thing he needs to balance is to make sure that as you do that, proceed with moderation. Observe some language decorum so that maybe we do not lose the nation as a whole immorally. That is all.